Good morning.
Good morning.
And we are on Facebook Live.
Oh.
So I'm going to invite everybody to say hello to our colleagues who can't make the meeting today. We're on right there. Can you see us, Chris?
Yes, sir. Sure can.
Good morning.
Shut this down for a second. Right, cool. All right, so it's meeting time. You notice what's missing?
Yes, table.
What's missing? Why do you think the tables are missing?
So we can't
We have more people.
hide
There
behind
was many people last
We
week.
can't hide behind them. What else? I love that, Alice. Thank you. Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat.
more
Have a
people
seat.
in.
Because you're expecting more people.
We're expecting more people. It allows for greater energy. It allows for freedom of movement. And it allows for you to get more out of this next hour. What does it allow?
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So I'm going to invite everybody to stand up.
How are you?
All right, cool.
Good.
I'm
Nice to
in
meet you.
Boston, right?
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah. I knew you was familiar when you walked in.
Time to turn up.
Yeah.
All right, we're having technical
Bob's
difficulties.
here.
1 second. Is that Bob in the house?
Bobo.
Now we can start. Bob is in the house.
Babo. Hey, how'd yesterday go?
I'll tell you afterwards.
I will not start singing.
Where's Diana?
Diana's right there.
Oh, okay.
There you are.
I believe we're connected.
How you going?
Oops.
All right, who's up? Goldstein, come on up here. Let's go. What am I doing? All right. Let's go, people. All right, come on. This way. Face this way. There you go.
This is going to be on the internet. I'm going to use my marriage card.
Let's go. Get your energy up, people. Somebody go low. Go low. Come on, let's go low. The way you show up here is the way you're going to show up in your business. Hi. Okay, good job. Sit down. Diana, come on up.
Let's
see.
go, Diane. Let's go.
Take this up. Good job. Isabel, come on up. Wrong camera. Good job. Good job. All right, let's see. Farouk, come on up.
Go, Farouk.
Let's go. Shall we go high? Come on.
Hi. No. Hi. No. Type it.
I like the face. Oh, here we go.
Hey, hey.
Look at the Indian face. He lost it. Hey, all right. Find 5 people and high five them.
One. Let's go turn around. Get ready. Oh, I'm on the
5 people. 1, 2, 3.
Count. Let's go, Diane.
5. Wait, come on, let's go, people. 2. That was a high 2 1/4. All right, everybody have a seat. Whew. What's the purpose of that?
Get the energy up. Super.
Change the energy. So I'm going to invite everybody to the back of the room. Come on up in front of the room. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Jose, you're up in front. Let's go.
What about the cameraman?
Farouk, cameraman can stay where he is. Keep an eye on that. All right. Very good. Have a seat. Yes. Now working. Takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to invite new people in the room to stand up and tell us your name and tell us one thing we need to know about you. I'm not looking at anybody.
My name is Diana Walter. I moved from England 3 years ago, and I just joined this Monday. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Diana. Sure, high five. Come on.
Well done.
High five. Congratulations. All right, good stuff. Would anybody else like to share who they are and one thing we need to know about you?
I'm Isabel Lynch. I moved from Haiti. Wait, I don't even remember.
Haiti, chérie.
Haiti, chérie. You Haitian?
Yes.
All right. Over 20 years ago. Oh, wait. definitely over 20 years ago, and I've been really sick for over 20 years.
Awesome.
Cool.
Excellent.
Right, what's one thing we need to know about you?
Oh, what's one thing?
Besides the fact that you're from Haiti.
I speak multiple languages, and I got 3 wonderful boys as sons.
3 boys.
Nice.
3 sons.
3 sons. How old are they?
19, 16, and 14.
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's a handful.
Congratulations. That's brilliant. Love it. All right. Who else would like to share? You've been here before, but come on, stand up and share. All right,
How
good
y'all
stuff.
doing? How everybody doing?
What's up? What's up?
My name is John Harris. I'm currently pursuing my license, so I would say next month I'll be an agent with Keller Williams.
Awesome.
Big John. I like it. Easy.
Great.
Goodness gracious me. Take it easy. And we have another new person who took a long way to get here today. Nicole Justice, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, brilliant. Okay, Nicole.
That was my fun fact. I live next door.
Wow.
So I'm not new to Florida, but I'm new again to Florida. I lived here for 3 years, probably about 7 years ago. I moved to Arizona and California, and my last year in California, I was selling real estate there. I'm home to be closer to my family again, and back in my condo, which is actually really cool. And so I just got my Florida license, and I'm making my rounds and trying to find my new home.
Good for you. You found your new home. Welcome.
Welcome.
So I have to give Nicole a lot of credit because I rang her last night. I saw the address was 300. Oh, it has to be close, right? So I left her a message. We didn't speak, and then she shows up this morning. So I have to give this woman kudos. Right? I could have been a deranged Irishman.
didn't know what I was talking about.
Didn't know what you were talking about. So she had a long walk from there to here. What floor are you on?
14.
14, so she took the lift down, took the elevator down, walked over here, so it's tough to get to work. It's not bad commute, that's great. All right, cool, good stuff. Who else do we have? I think that's it. Nobody else need? Okay, good. And Stacey's coming in. All right, so go ahead.
All right. So
Upcoming events. So Amanda, you want to take this?
So tomorrow, join us for Profit Share. If you don't know what Profit Share is, I'm going to tell you a little bit more soon about that. But we can learn all about it as well tomorrow at 2. We have our interactive open house Friday from 2 to 3. So what to do, what not to do. So if you're new to open houses, please join us. Happy Memorial Day on Monday.
Oh, goodness.
Market Center is open for you guys. You have access 24/7. However, we will not be here on Monday. And join us for Power Up Tuesday through Friday next week, 9 a.m. sharp. We open with gratitude, we get our scripts going and our energy going, and then we get on the phone. So, or door knocking, or whatever it is you choose to get and lead generate. And our team meetings every Wednesday at 11.
To 12. Good.
Yeah.
Can I go back 1 second?
Yes.
Can I ask one question? Who would like to stand up and tell us in 30 seconds or less what this is and what this means to you? Profit share.
Oh, well.
Isabel, thank you. Come up to the front of the room.
Oh, okay. I have 30 seconds, are we in time?
Yes.
Profit share really is what Gary Keller's gift to us for passive income.
Passive income. Okay, well, tell me a little bit more about that.
How you get profit share when you introduce another agent to Keller Williams Realty, then the other agent is productive at whatever office they are, whether it's internationally or here in the US, and the office makes a profit and they want to thank you and they share that profit with you.
Awesome.
So you're saying if I know somebody in Ireland, which I know a few, and I invite them to come to Keller Williams and they join Keller Williams Dublin,
Yes,
then I can make some profit?
absolutely.
I like this
We'll
company.
share it with you.
I like this company.
I like it too.
California, Arizona.
Or California, or in Arizona. Yes, fantastic.
How long do you have?
In India. I think we even go to India.
So I have a little more information here because we have all of these people that on the 21st of the month, and the 21st of every month, the profit share gets deposited into your accounts if you're part of profit share. And you all can be part of profit share. So we had, it can sometimes begin small and grow. So we had ranges from $7.35 up to $858, and several of them were in the $500 range. For doing what? So anyone want to share? Stacy was part of Profit Share this month. Matthew Goldstein was a part of Profit Share this month. Joseph Crawford, congratulations.
Congrats. Joe, congrats. I haven't met you. You need to get in here. You're going to meet the Irishman, okay?
He's on it. He's on it.
Jackson,
And he's watching too.
JD McClintock, Barbara Pond, Stacy Summers, and Maggie Cerubi. All
Wait a
part of
second.
Profit
That's
Share.
a round of applause. So all of these people got profit share checks, which is termed passive income, simply because they're intentional and purposeful about inviting other people to this company that's a training company that happens to sell real estate. Okay, so 2 streams of income here. When you're purposeful and intentional around this, you can grow a second stream of income for yourself. Linda McKissick, who is the #1 agent in the profit share in America right now, she picked up 1.45 million last year. That's huge. Before she got out of bed to go sell a home. Right? So not too bad. So I had to throw that in.
Not at all.
Do you have to be with the company a certain amount of time? Or?
No.
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 Oh, but if you leave to continue it, you do, right?
Great question. So Bob's question for everybody out there is, do you get it? Do you have to be here a certain period of time in order to get the profit share, #1? And then #2, if you leave, what happens? So great question. So #1, you get it from the day you start bringing people in.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. When you leave 3 years and 1 day,
That's it.
you keep it and it comes with you. So
And I do have someone in here
yes.
that is not with us right now, and they're making money.
And they're making money. Stacy wants to share something. Come on up, Stacy.
Yay.
Stacy, let's go. Yeah.
Say hello. Who are we saying hello to? Who's on right now, Chris?
Joseph Crawford.
Say hello to Joe Crawford. Joe Crawford!
Joe.
I was just going to say it's also willable. So I have beneficiaries. So anything were to ever happen to me goes to my husband, and then it would be my children. So and so the little over $4,000 I made last year in profit share.
Wow.
Would have gone to them if I wasn't around. But
That's
I'm around.
fantastic. You're here. That's great.
And you can have it go into any account, so it doesn't have to automatically go into your checking or savings. You can actually set up like your 401k if you have that, like a retirement. The money can go automatically into your retirement, so you also can't touch it if you still wanted to. So,
and it could keep growing for your beneficiary because those you brought in bring other people in, and it can continue to grow.
yes.
So can I invite everybody, whoever's at the front of the room speaking, say it loud, say it proud.
Yes, it can
Stacey,
continue to grow.
say hello to Joe. Go on, Stefan.
Terry's on now too.
Yeah. Hello, Joe. Hello, Terry. How's it going? All right, good. Okay. Anything else we want to talk about profit share? No. Good. May I take control again?
Please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Don't forget, June 11th, we have lead generation 36-12-3. So you're going to get 36 deals over the course of the 12 months by being proactive, being productive, being intentional, being purposeful with 3 hours a day. That's it, folks. 3 hours a day. It's a great opportunity, for yourself to come in and learn new skills. It's a great opportunity for you to invite somebody else to come here. All right, other agents you feel would be an asset here, would fit us culturally, who are open to growth, who are open to coaching. Culturally, I need to say that wrong.
9 to 5, 3 hours.
9 to 5, this particular day is 9 to 5. He's giving you a full day on tips, tools, and strategies on how to get the most out of your 3 hours when you're generating 3 hours. All right, sorry for not making that clear. Great question. All right, and it's Chris Bissett. He has found massive success with Keller Williams, and he's sharing his days. So we've got how many spaces available? 40, 45? 40, 45, so it's first come, first served. We invite you to sign up, and we invite you to get other people to sign up, because this is a huge value add. Huge value add, okay? And Anthony.
I got a text that they were running late. That they
Anthony's
should,
running
GPS
late.
said they should be here any minute.
All right, so we need to call 911. Sorry, Anthony, I had to. Couldn't resist. Okay, great. Please remember our preferred lenders and vendors. We have Waypoint Property Inspection, Gilman Mortgage. Let's give them a round of applause because they're watching. I missed Waypoint. Let's give Waypoint a round of applause. Loan Genius. Let's give a round of applause. Loan Genius. Thank you. Hornet Design. You need to start clapping. Get off that. I see you. Who are you texting? Let me look at that.
It's a buyer, I'm sure.
It's a buyer. Better be a buyer.
It was the 911.
Yeah. That's the great thing about being in the front of the room, you can't hide. And there's no tables now to do this underneath. That was my reason for pulling the tables. All right, 2 men in a truck, moving through care. You know we care. We move on demand. Stonebridge Insurance Agency. We insure. Southern Skies Painting. Cross Country, more than a mortgage. Kenco Home Inspections, thank you. Cheers for peers. I'm going to invite everybody to stand up. The energy's a little flat, and when we give cheers for peers, we say something good about somebody in the office, somebody around us who's inspired us, who has added value to our life. I'm always going to give cheers for peers for Amanda.
And I
Come
to
on.
you.
Okay.
Thank
She gives her guts. She gives 100% to each and every one of you. She's here early. She's home. She's texting me and could we do this? How could we do this better? She's always thinking about how she can expand and improve things for each and every one of you. Okay,
Well,
so
we can text
huge
you it
cheers for Beard. She can text me that. You text me, you're in trouble. All right, so massive cheers for peers for Amanda. Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right. Cheers for peers. Who's got a cheer for a peer?
I have one, Shalene, who was not able to be here today. She's out working with her buyers. She wanted to thank Rachel, Roger, Alice, Marie. The list went on, and I'm sorry I don't have it right in front of me, but she wanted to say thank you for all the support we give her. So thank you, Shalene. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much. Maggie Sarubi, I'm going to invite you to turn around and say hello to Facebook Live.
You're on candid camera.
Yes, Maggie's on camera. Say hello to Maggie. Good morning. Should we make Maggie dance? No. Here we go.
She's right.
There you go.
My feeling is if we take Maggie up here, we'll have to kick her off. All right, cheers for peers. Who else has a cheer for peer? Mr. Bob.
Chris.
Camera.
Oh,
Chris helped me with doing comps.
Doing comms.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Big
Yay, here we
Love
are.
it. Good stuff. All right, who else has a cheer for a
Extra
peer? Matt Goldstein.
Oh,
Nicholas
really?
A.
Nice.
For you and Amanda, helping my seamless transfer over here and meeting with my assistant and having her get on board. The DAs are in, we're getting paid.
Closing yesterday, I
Appreciate
believe.
it. The first one for this office, yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You're welcome. All right, 911 is here. We'll hold him for a minute. All right. Jose.
Mine is for you and Marie. You guys helped me out when I had an emergency. I think it was like 2 days ago.
Yes.
I had to run to the office and you stayed here until like 6 p.m.
6:41.
But who's counting?
No, nobody's counting.
But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure. It's my pleasure. And thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. All right, cool. We had Isabel.
Yes, hi. I'm actually officially from the Boca office, and I am.
It's okay, we're sister.
We sister office, and I came here, and Amanda for many weeks was precious to have her around and help me. And now you have a new team leader, and I love it. That's why I'm here, and it's been very helpful. And Stacy said you gotta be here, so I'm here. You're gonna see me a lot more. You're gonna see a lot more of me, and I want to thank you all for the great welcome I've received.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
And I want to give you a shout out because you have great energy and you're always smiling. So can you give us the recipe? Because whenever I see her, it's like, how much she's leaving? How much she's on the phone? So whatever the recipe is, please share it. It's a great gift. It's a great gift. All right. Cheers for peers. Who else?
I'm gonna thank Bob because he brought me in. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you guys because have been really helpful. So
Brilliant. Good stuff. All right. Good stuff. All right. Cool. Woo-hoo. I think we'll have a seat now. Okay, have a seat. Don't get too attached to your seat, folks. New agents and visitors, we've kind of covered this already, so I think what we'll do is we'll invite our 911 man to come in and say hello. You want to come on in, Anthony? Yes, come on in. We were going to ring 911 for you.
I deserve that, I'm sorry.
All right.
How you doing? Is it okay if I place this here? Is that all right? I'm going to just hand out something. My partner Matt's bringing up some sandwiches on top of going over to Wellington because that's where I thought Stacy was out of.
So you got here. Wow.
So that was a minor detail I overlooked before we came here.
do.
So,
All right. So Anthony, no pressure. You have about 2.5 minutes here to knock it out of the park.
all right, 2.5 minutes.
Well, we can.
Help pass this around.
Yeah.
All right, so,
And you're on Facebook Live, so I invite you to come in here and
Okay,
say
great.
it there. Okay, good. This for the other agents, because we have other agents who watch this via YouTube in the evening and stuff as well.
okay, well, thank you again for having me, and I apologize for being late. It's a terrible first impression, but I promise you, if you hire us, I'll make it up to you. Remediation 911, just to give you a quick genesis on myself and my partner Matt. I've been in the adjusting industry and transitioned into remediation now for about 6 years. I was an adjuster doing public adjusting prior to this for about 5 years. My partner Matt is a 22-year retired Allstate agent. So when most of our business is revolving around claims, okay, sudden and accidental losses, roof leaks, floods, whatever. As far as remediation goes, and what I handed out to you is a flyer that we're very interested in presenting to realtors, but we do everything from water extraction, mold remediation, fire and smoke restoration. Those are the standards that most remediations companies actually perform. What we're doing is we're actually starting to take a more proactive approach and try to move away from a lot of the insurance claims and help property owners by doing proactive measures to avoid a lot of this in respect to a mold maintenance or an air quality maintenance program. So our program is geared around really sanitizing a home and really making sure that the air quality is there. In that brochure that you have there, there's a list of different services that we offer monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually. This is my partner, Matt.
Hey, how you doing?
Matt.
Sorry, we're a little late.
I've already apologized. They whipped me a few times.
We rang 911 when they said you're on the way.
So this program, our end game is what we're trying to do is we're trying to eventually have a service agreement in place from all of your buyers, okay, or your sellers that are buying new houses. So what we'd like is we'd like to be able to offer this to them, and we want to offer Keller Williams a gift certificate to offer our services to really get in and do a detailed disinfectant sanitation clean before they move their furniture into the homes. Okay, so we have a gift certificate that we're going to give you. It's a $500 value. You can give it to your customers if you'd like.
That's great.
It's a $250 fee. It really just covers our cost to get in there and clean their house. But our end game is that we want them to be residual customers for us annually, where we're coming in and we're taking care of these services.
So even if the house has no mold, you still want to go in and do this? Right?
Yeah, I mean, because our sanitation, disinfecting, cleaning is really going to clean that house hospital grade before they move in. So to buy a house and to just clean a bathroom, literally, so it's not like your regular products you're going to get over the store. We're HEPA vacuuming, we're cleaning. Not only that too, we'll go in there and we'll let them know. We're going to take pictures of of different things that are in the house that maybe need a little bit more attention that they may want to.
Do you do the vents?
We'll clean the vents. We won't clean the air duct. That would be something extra if they wanted us to actually do.
But
yes.
you do the air ducts if they want it.
Absolutely. Yeah, correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So one more question, and then we're going to have Anthony Matt stay. You can stay till after when we have lunch. Okay, great. Alice?
I had the pleasure of talking to Anthony. I'm Allison. I should have mentioned we were in the West Palm Beach office. I truly apologize.
Not your fault. It's mine.
I'm
I'm taking all the blame.
But I actually was with some buyers this weekend, and we were walking around and walked into some really homes where they were getting the heaps, and I said, I have a company that would totally sanitize this home for you prior to your moving in, and they went, really? That's fantastic. So I think that's a wonderful product that you do have to offer, and sometimes you feel much better even though the home does look clean, that, you know, that would be something that they would be willing to do.
In respect
so I
to,
would, as being a buyer.
In respect to closings too, we deal with realtors, and we've dealt on both sides where they're having troubles closing a house because someone produced a report that shows there's mold, or you're buying it and you're concerned that there's mold. We do mold testing as well. And our approach is to try to get in and do remediation in the least invasive way. most remediation companies want to come in and start tearing walls apart. The law states that we don't even have to start tearing apart walls unless there's 10 square feet of continuous mold. So we can clean a lot and fix things without having to tear houses apart and help keep your closing dates on point as well.
Fantastic. Good.
Okay.
All right. Anthony, Matt, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Please stick around. Please stick around.
All right, sorry again, guys.
No worries. No worries. No worries. All right. Cool. Tell us something good. Invite you all to stand up. Energy's a little low. All right. Tell us something good.
I've got Andrew Barber.
And we have
here
Andrew
today.
Barber. Here's something good. Come on in. Here's something good. Hey guys. Hey Chris Cadet.
Hey, Andrew.
And say hello to Facebook Live. Hey Facebook Live. Yes, how's it going? All right. Who do we have on Facebook Live?
We have Roger Chin, and we have
Hello, Roger. Hey, Roger.
and Nelly Pritchard.
Nelly.
Yeah.
Hello, Nelly. I love that name, Nelly. Isn't that a good name?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that name. All right, tell us something good.
I have a lot of good.
You have a lot of good.
Yeah. So, first closing in West Palm office yesterday.
That's a lot of good. Let's give it a round of
Awesome.
applause.
Through the inspection period on my biggest deal so far in my career, 1.15.
Wow, that's good. Good for you, Matt.
Assistants over here, and I am in contract with my new West Palm home from Del Rey. So it's been a good week.
Awesome.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. Good for you. Thanks for sharing. Who else? One more something good. Stacy. Oh, okay. We're going for two. Stacy, and then Bob.
I have a closing on Friday.
Yes. Look, I love the shimmy. I love the shimmy. That's good. Good. That's it.
Yeah.
Before she goes, I have a closing on Friday.
Closing on Friday.
All right, Bob, tell us something good.
I did a rental, 2-bed, 2-bath on the ocean. I got both sides. It was just very good.
A double and a rental. Love it. That's fantastic. Good stuff.
Meet Diana, so we've only spoken over the phone.
That's brilliant. Good stuff. All right, good stuff. Anything else? Victoria.
Yes. I want to share the invitation from Haifa. First, I want to thank you, Mr. Miguel Campos, the general manager who invited us. Also, Breda Keller, the business development. Haifa is very high-end, very high-quality marble, limestone. They have a showroom. They will have lunch and learn.
This sounds like an advertisement.
Yeah. Yes, that
Are you
will
getting
be
paid for this?
Thursday 7 to 12:30 to 3 o'clock. So I invite all of you, bring your clients, because it really is very important for us, provide the possibilities to please our clients when they have a need to remodel the kitchen, the bathroom. It is a very high quality of company. So I recommend it. Thank you, Haifa, for the invitation.
Awesome. Love it.
So Victoria is doing her best impression of Vanna White. I would like to invite you. That was great. That was a good job. Give me back. Give me back. Good job. Okay. Do we need to do some music, or are we good? We're good. We're good. Do we need to do some music, or are we good?
We're good.
All right, fantastic. Have a seat.
Oh, bold. That's a
Bold. Building a life by design. So those of you who are at Bold, please stand up.
Osito.
Here we go. Congratulations to our graduates and participants at Bold. So Bold is business objective, a life by design. So tell us one thing that you got from Bold that you're taking away that has improved not just your business, but your life. And let's tell Facebook Live. And tell the rest of your team.
Okay, so
And who are you?
my name is Jose and I'm Bold.
Yes, he is.
So I mean, Bold it has a lot to do with, so they would show us scripts and lead generation, and I mean, I'm just a lot more comfortable now with it.
Yes,
Before
you are.
I wasn't doing a lot of the things that they show you in the program.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest thing I got out of it.
Good job. Good job, Jose. Thank you. Good
I'm
job.
making phone calls in the morning as well to FISBOs.
He is?
Awesome.
It's something that I wasn't doing before.
Yes.
So.
And you're also making a change to something we've talked about. What is that change you're making?
So I'm going to sleep a lot earlier.
So it's important. He's going to bed early, and which allows you to do what?
Which allows me to be here in the office for Power Up.
And not only be here, how are you being when you be here?
Being productive.
Being productive. So listen to what he changed. He's going to bed early to be able to get up early, to be here and be productive. It sounds simple, but it's massively powerful. So hats off to you, kudos, good stuff. All right, Victoria, I love Victoria.
Thank you.
She's a high
I love
eye.
you too.
She's a high eye, so we're going to give Victoria 1 minute to tell us. Yes. Okay.
Before answer, your question, I have to thank you, all of you, for encouraging me to take bold, especially Stacy,
Yes.
Amanda, because really it was a good decision to take. Tim Kisler.
Tim Kisler, TK, yeah, I hear about TK all the time.
Yes, he was our leader at the moment, the team leader at the moment. And yes, and also I have to thank you, our coach, Denny Grimes.
Denny Grimes, yep.
Because it was fantastic for all of us.
Fantastic.
It was a great course. For me, it was so good. Yes.
So one thing that you're bringing into your business and into your life that's an improvement for you.
Well, Bold is really a mindset into the business, but not only in the business, it's our personal growth through the affirmations, the script, the principles in the business.
Right.
In our personal life, also we can apply that, so we can understand more the business, think in a more positive way. The affirmation, they reinforce my positive way of thinking. So for me, it was fantastic. So it's every day I change my thinking about myself, about the business, about my clients. So this is very positive. So
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Now, I'm doing a disc class this month. Please come to the disc class because I'll give you more insights into the high I's. All right, they're wonderful. I love my high I's, my high S's, my high D's, and my high C's. All right, and in this class, you will get a greater level of understanding around other people, and you'll step out of judgment into understanding. And Mr. Barber, we say seek first to understand. That's it. I love it. And we didn't practice that. Good stuff. So congratulations to Victoria. Round of applause. Charlene, great job. Rachel Tessoff, great job. All right, April home runs. Amanda, how would you take this?
Okay, so the home run awards. We're adding some more awards in for April.
And we say this with a lot of energy.
Woohoo!
Yes, there you go.
Okay,
And we're looking at Facebook Live. Go
So what
ahead.
our home run is that you will have one listing, one under contract, and one closing. At least. You may have many more.
You may have more.
But you've
Good.
covered your bases. So we want to congratulate Alice Hodak.
Oh,
Maggie and Nick Jackson, who's not with us today, but he's on Facebook
he's
Live.
with us.
Congratulations.
Good.
And
Actually, he's
Stacey
not.
Summers.
So Alice, one listing, one under contract, and one closing. Tell us something good about that. How did you make that happen? And don't forget to talk to Facebook Live in addition to everybody else here.
Well,
Mr. Watts, how are you?
I started with Power Up.
Okay, have a seat.
And the motivation was there. And I have put new goals to achieve for the listing.
Yes.
And it all just sort of came together. And I'm looking for a Dynamite May. So.
A Dynamite what?
Dynamite May.
Dynamite May. Love it. Good stuff. Good
Love
stuff.
that.
Stacy,
Yes.
tell us how you made that happen. One listing, one under contract, and one closing, at least.
Doing some more stuff with my social media and just really reaching out and talking to people in my database.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Good stuff, Stacy. Thank you. And then Maggie Srupe. And we know where Maggie Srupe is. Oh, there she is. How are you, Maggie? Okay, good.
Good morning, everybody. One listing, one under contract, and one sale. we do a lot of open houses, so we are constantly following them up every Monday after the weekend. And this did generate one of the listing leads, one under contract. Clearly we're, constantly, promoting our listings through social media, so that happened. And the one sale, clearly we're always, always closing. So
Always
just
closing.
consistency is really what we do. And being consistent in what you do every week, really, it just all happens. It will all come together. So thank you so much.
Good stuff, Maggie. Thank you. So, folks, I invite you to hear what's being said. The last couple of meetings, we asked, what do you do to be successful? And what's the one word that comes up?
Consistency.
Consistency?
Yes.
Consistency?
Yes.
Okay, why are you whispering this?
Consistency.
Consistency. It's consistency, right? We are what we do consistently.
Yes.
Some of us have great habits. We do great things. My son, boy, I know you're watching, he's giving me a hard time. He says, I've lost too much weight. So he's giving me a hard time. He says, you're down, you must be about 190 now. He goes, Dad, I like when you're 205, so I have to put on weight. All right. So consistently, I'm not hitting the gym, and I'm not eating as much as I should be. Which cracks Amanda up, because what does she see me doing all the time? All right? So consistency is key. And notice where you're being consistent. Are you consistent with your good habits? Or are you consistent with your bad habits? All right? So Maggie, thank you for sharing that word. Love it. Tell us about your buyer needs. And this we're going to do in 1 minute or less. Who's got buyer needs? Okay, Jose, come on up. Say it loud, say it proud. No, don't be hiding here. Come on, let's go. Turn around. Let's go. Hello?
Hello.
There you go. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I have a buyer,
So,
250.
I'm going to stop you. All right, energetically, where is he right now? Scale of 1 to 10. What's his energy? Give him a number. 2, 5, 4. Okay, great. Are you good with those numbers?
No.
Okay, so what number would you like to be at?
An 8.
An 8. Okay. All right, good stuff. So what's one thing you can do right now to raise your energy?
Get a
There you go,
get
change
a
state. All right, open your hands. Love that. Great.
trampoline.
Take a breath. There you go. Do we need a trampoline in here? All right. Good stuff. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. 5 jumping jacks. Ready? Let's go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now go. Tell us it. Go, go, go. Open your hands. Hands open. Open it up. There you go. Good.
Okay, so I have a new buyer, 250 is the max they'll go, but they're looking for a townhouse in Palm Beach Gardens. Specifically Palm Beach Gardens, nowhere else. And then I have another buyer that's up to 175. They're looking for a handyman special in West Palm or Lake Worth, from Okeechobee to Lantana, and they're going 175.
Fantastic.
Good.
Good. Okay.
Is that for a condo?
That's for, no, single family home.
Single family home. Okay, so feedback to your colleague, energy level 1 to 10. Where was he there?
Oh, that one. He made his 8.
All right, he made his 8. Yeah. Good. Okay, good. All right, your takeaway from that? What's one thing you could do to change your state like that? What's that?
The jumping jack.
All right, who else has a buyer need?
I have a buyer need.
Isabel, come on up here.
I have a buyer need. My buyer is looking for he's qualified, pre-approved actually, for about 200 to up to 225. And it's in West Palm, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. He will go for a 2-bedroom that's large so he can fix it and make it into a 3, but it has to have a garage. And every time that we find something, it's always under contract or multiple offers.
Wow.
So that's in the West Palm area.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
Great. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, good, good. What was her energy? Scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10. 10. Fantastic. Great first impression, because she's always fine. Share that formula. How do you do that? Anybody else? Alice, come on up. All right, come on up. Energy. What's the energy level? Watch. Notice.
So
Yes.
I actually have a buyer need that's desperately, so I can get their house listed, I need to find them a place here. They have a 45-pound dog. which is a situation sometimes in gated communities. So we're looking for a sizable dog. And they would prefer to be on a golf course if they can use their own golf cart. Maggie, I know we have been communicating, and but anyone else who is who has that combination, my buyers would move in a heartbeat. So
Right.
they're downsizing and they
Price
just want to
point?
make their
Price
life.
point?
Oh, price point would be up to $275, but I think we can go a little bit higher too. So it's
Okay.
reasonable.
Condo,
Single family,
house,
no,
single
you know,
family.
something that basically they would do townhomes or even a condo, but the pet is definitely a problem. with that.
Okay. Maggie has something.
All right.
Great, good stuff, good energy. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Tell us about your new listing. I know Rachel's not here. She had a whole bunch for this. So let's see who in the group has a new listing they'd like to share. And you know, if you're coming up here, you're sharing with energy, right?
Oh, I gotta go there?
Yes, you got to come up here, Matt. Let's go.
Alright, so, I won't do jumping jacks, but, West Boca.
That's what you think.
American Homes, 375 negotiable, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, completely upgraded except for 1 bathroom, and the floors in the guest bathroom, don't ask me why. Big lot, fenced in, low HOA, only $25 a month, A+ schools. Yeah.
That's really
That's
a
it.
good number.
Good, good job.
Thank you.
Very good combo.
Where was his energy scale of 1 to 10?
10.
10.
Brought it.
Brilliant. Look, you brought it. Okay, anybody else? And Isabel, come on up. Let's go.
I got 2 listings that I want to share. One is on Highland Beach. It's a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Entry Coastal View is phenomenal, and it's right across the beach. So you can just cross, and then they have a deeded access to the beach as well. And you do have a view from the building to the beach. It's at 385, great community. It's for that area at 385, it's absolutely very low because everything around is more. And it's also a 55 plus, no pets. And the other one is in Central Boca. It's a condo, 3-bedroom. For a condo, it's very spacious. It's over 1,800 square foot, which is very large. And the challenge with this condo is it's 25% down. Or if you want to get 10% down, I got a lender that will do that for a 700 credit score. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's only, we just reduced it to 225.
Wow. Good.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
so bring me a buy.
That's a fine. Okay, good. Any other listings? All right. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to invite you all to stand up. This video was inspired because I'm watching around the office, and I'm watching people who are afraid of making calls, and I'm watching people who come in and come to script training, and they're going through the script training, and they're getting out, and they're letting the phone defeat them. So can we hit play on this? Tell me what you see when you see this video.
One more trick before we get into my story. I have a phone up here, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flick up my phone onto my shoulder. Now this does not happen the first time, but what happens when you fail?
Try again.
Very good. What happens when you fail?
Try again.
Very good. Can someone give me a sound for a ringing phone, please? Very good. Thank you, thank you. Here we go. I'm coming! Hey.
Okay, so could he have a challenge around making phone calls?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's his belief?
You can do it.
He can do it.
You can do it.
Who here doesn't want to make the call? Who here is afraid to make the call? Matt, thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Chris, thank you for being honest. Okay, this is the place to be honest, because when you're honest, you give yourself the room for growth. All right. If you tend to hide and tend to say, "No, I've got it all covered," you're not going to grow. Thank you. You're not going to
Grow.
It's kind of flat, Andrew. Give me a scale 1 to 10. Where are they? He's going, yeah. Okay. 5. Yes, and I'm feeling that. All right. So a little bit of music. All right. So let's see. What are we going to play here?
Hippo.
You used to call me.
Hippo.
Yeah.
That's a good song. 30 seconds, you got to bring a high energy, raise the energy level here. We have 16 minutes left to get the most out of this. Okay, who wants to come up and take this Who hasn't been up here already? Who wants to take this? Who wants to lead us? Come on. I'm looking for a leader right now. Do we have a leader? Are we followers? What have we got, people? Who's coming up and taking this? Who's coming up and taking this? Who's the leader? Do I have a leader in the group? Who's the leader? Yeah, come on up. Let's come on up.
Let's go, baby.
When I ask a question and I get no eye contact, I know you're avoiding me. Alright? I want you to clap. Alright? Let's go. Let's go, people. Open your hands. Open your body. Bring the energy. You came to learn. You came to
learn.
Grow.
Grow.
You came to
Grow.
You came to
Grow.
Fantastic. How's that feel?
Good.
Nobody hurt you from coming up here, right? Okay.
Shimmy up there.
Matt, you have a seat. Maggie's coming up right now. Good job. Give him a round of applause. Come on, Maggie. I think
Go.
Maggie's going to raise the game here. Latina power. Oh, here we go. Let's go, Maggie.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Go, Maggie. Go, Maggie. Go, Maggie.
Track riding.
What else we got in there? Read you.
Cell phone.
In the house.
In the house.
Okay.
Go, Maggie. Love it.
God, I got my heart rate up.
There are pillars. There are pillars for success. There's 3 pillars for success. We talked about them last week. Who remembers them? I'll be so over the moon if anybody remembers the 3 pillars for success. Tasting my crap. Be, do, have. Love those. Love those. Not the ones I'm looking for. Good.
Persistence.
Persistence. Yes. What else?
Persevere.
Persevere.
And
He's thinking for another E word.
Purpose.
Purpose. Yes. Love those words. Not what I'm looking for.
Focus.
Love it. What's that?
Focus.
Focus.
that starts with a B.
Focus. Okay. That's good. Focus. All right. So you got one. So you got one. Focus. What was the rest? Remember we had Rachel come up. We drew the triangle for Rachel.
What's the first letter?
Oh man.
All right. We're going to come back to you. We're going to leave that one. So life. Here's what happens, folks. Here's what happens. Life happens. I'm going to take you through a very quick circle of what happens and how you get to make the decisions that you make in the moment every time, every day. Life happens. We take in information. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. We are with you. Make us dance again. Jesus.
Are you with them?
Yes.
There we go. Fantastic. So life happens. We take in information. Now here's the thing. According to Neuro-Linguistic Programming, NLP, who's heard of it?
Yes.
NLP,
Yes.
all right. There are over 2 million bits of information coming at us every second.
Damn.
Every second. We can't take in all that information, so we end up taking in between 124 to 134 bits of information. That information, we delete it, we distort, and we generalize in order to shut down what it is we want to receive. We developed this pattern when we were 5, 6, or 7. When we're way back as a wee fella in Ireland, I developed the pattern. Here's the information I'm going to receive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
There we go. Fantastic. All right. When we take in this information, it represents something to us. We give it a meaning. Ever watch the police show CSI?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never watched it.
I'm dying up here. Do you ever watch CSI?
Yes.
No.
Fantastic. Okay, good. Good. Yes, no, and no. Good stuff.
Just answer.
They ask witnesses, what did you see? Do they get different answers from different people?
Yes.
It's because different people see different things through their eyes. They create a different meaning based on what they saw. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. When we create that meaning, it creates an emotion within us. Some people, can I have you stand up for a second? Okay. And turn around. Some people are always happy. They choose the emotion of being happy, and they see the world through happy eyes. Thank you very much. All right. These emotions then create for us a state. The three pillars of our success: our physiology, our focus, and the language and the questions that we use create the emotional state that we're in. When you meet people, do you feel their energy, yes or yes?
Yes.
Do you feel their energy, yes or yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. From the moment you meet them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. From that emotional state, we create behaviors and actions. This young man is changing his actions because he's changing his state. All because he did one thing. He goes to bed early. Earlier. Now he has a different state in the morning. When the clock goes off, he's able to get up and he's in here for power up. All because of that one thing. So he's changing an emotional state. Does that make sense? Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right. From your actions and your behavior come your
Results.
Okay, fantastic. Good. From your results, you get to tap into more
Potential.
or less of your potential. Who here has a lot of potential? Show of hands. Okay. All of us? Isabel, how much potential do you have?
Unlimited.
Unlimited potential. What did she say?
Unlimited.
Do we all have unlimited potential?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've read that it says the sky's the limit. That's not the truth. What's the limit?
There's footsteps on the moon.
Our limit is what we believe our limit to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if we say my income this year is going to be $100,000, guess what I'm moving towards? $100,000, because that's the limit I've placed on myself. If I say my income this year is going to be $1 million, guess what my limit's going to be?
$1 million.
And likewise, if we say, I'm not going to succeed in real estate because it's too tough to pick up the phone. Okay? It's too tough to pick up the phone to call FSBOs, 281 available today, to call expired 117 available today, and to make a closing happen. There's 86 closings going to happen today in Palm Beach County, which means you have 172 sides on that just today. However, if we set the limit that that's not for us, guess what? Then what's going to happen? We're not going to be involved in any of these things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Clap once if you're with me. Almost. Clap once if you're with me. Fantastic. All right. Potential's unlimited. And guess what happens to your beliefs? So can I tell you a story?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, people are sweet.
Yes.
Stand
Tell
up.
us a story.
All right, stand up. I'll tell you a quick story. So back in Ireland, I was 15. I played football. I was a decent football player. I grew to be soccer. Soccer, yeah, soccer. Football. So I was a decent football player. I was tall. I was relatively athletic and relatively quick. Right. So there was a fellow on the team with me. His name was Seamus. I hope you're watching. So Seamus was on the team with me. Now Seamus was one of these fellas. When he came into a room, he sucked the air out of the room. Just the place went flat. Anybody know anybody like that in their life? You know anybody like that in your life?
Yeah.
They're an energy drainer. He had all the answers. He knew everything. And when we lost, he could tell me, here's why we lost, and why he knew we were going to lose. So Seamus, we got to the semi-final of a local cup. We're playing a very good team. He goes, we're not going to win. It's not going to happen because they've got a better forward, they've got a better this, and it's too wet. The conditions were too wet. This is Ireland, people. It's always wet. It's always wet there. So he says it's too wet. So this was his belief for the day, for the game. Now, do you think with that belief that he created, how much potential did he tap into? A lot or a little?
A little bit.
When we got the result at the end of that game, we lost 2-1. It was a hard-fought game. 92nd minute, we lost 2-1. We shouldn't have even been on the same field with this team. They were so much more advanced than us. But we were right there to the 90th minute. The referee gave a dodgy call. To this day, I still believe it was a fix. But then, that's right. We lost the game.
Sorry.
Right? Now, Seamus, what do you think that did to his beliefs when we lost the game? Confirmed his belief. Was that an empowering belief or a limiting belief?
Limiting.
So it confirmed his limiting belief. When his limiting belief was confirmed, did he tap into more or less of his potential?
Less.
Less. When he tapped into less of his potential, did his results go up or down?
Down.
Down. When that went down, what actions and behaviors did he engage in, more or less?
Less.
Less. Do you see the cycle? do you see the cycle that we engage in our life? Potential is unlimited. It's limited by our belief. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Have a seat. Okay, cool. So look, can you shut this up? We all have unlimited potential. And can I take it back? Right. Last week, Rachel came up here, and we developed a person by the name of Rachel. Anybody remember her name?
Marty.
Rachel Marty. Rachel Marty was determined, was focused, and was empowered. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was her personality, and that was based on her physiology, her focus, and her language and questions. God, just reflect today. Let's see, let's do something. Bree, come on in. Okay, we invite everybody to stand up. We'll do a simple little exercise. You need a little bit of space. You'll need space, so find space around here. Okay, so I'm going to invite all of you, when you have your pens done and pencils done and phones done, you need space. Let's make sure you have enough room, arm's length away from the person next to you. So we've got plenty of room in the middle.
It's going to be a challenge for me.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, there we go.
So I'm going to invite all of you. Nicole, you might need to come out from there a second. Just take a step away. There you go. Okay, fantastic. I invite all of you to raise your right hand out in front of you and point your index finger. Okay, now go as far around your body as you can, looking all the way around, as far as you can go around to the point where you can't go anymore. Okay, and if you're too close to the wall, get away from the wall. Fantastic. Keep going till you can't go any further, and picture that position. Okay. Great. All right. So stop and come back to the front. Okay, fantastic. So each of you now can put your hands down. Stop pointing. Fantastic. Each of you now have realized how far you can go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. In basketball, there's a thing called free throws. Have you ever seen players who are great players get to the free throw line and freeze? Miss. They freeze. Okay? So they did a study with basketball players, professional basketball players, and they took them and they broke them into 3 groups. They had group number 1, where they said, you're not going to practice or do anything, you're going to remain the way you are. Group number 2, they had them go out and actually practice the right way to take a free throw. So physically they went through the motion of practicing the free throw. And group number 3, what they did with them, they said, okay, we're going to invite you to visualize and feel what it's like to practice the perfect free throw. All right? They didn't actually touch the ball. So there's 3 groups. How many groups? 3 groups. Okay, fantastic. What do you think the results were at the end of?
Visual was number 1.
Visual was number 1.
The guy who practiced was 2, and the guy who didn't practice was 3.
Okay, love that answer. I love that answer. What was amazing about this was the person who visualized was equal with the person who took the practice. Okay, so let's do another little exercise.
Wow.
All right. So I invite all of you right now, where you are, where you stand, we invite you to open your arms, open your hands, open up, close your eyes, release, put your hands by your side, relax. Right now, I'm now going to invite you, imagine that you're lifting your right arm, you're pointing your index finger, and you are now playing a game. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, take a breath. Imagine you're lifting your arm, and now you're twisting your arm all the way around, and imagine it's a game, and you're going to go further this time. Imagine, actually feel it in your body. Visualize it and feel it in your body. All right? As you visualize and feel in your body, take your finger all the way around, and go a little further this time as you do it, and visualize it and feel it in your body. And if you feel like doing it, go ahead and do it. So close your eyes and breathe into it. Breathe into it. We're not going to do anything right now. Simply visualize. Visualize again. Now feel that at a higher level. And visualize again that you've taken your arm, pointed your finger, and you've gone round even a little further this time. Fantastic. One more time. And imagine this is a game when you're a kid and you come to your mom and your dad and you say, look, Mom, I got higher. I'm taller. I'm taller. Look, I'm taller. You're stretching. You want to be taller. You want to be over 6 feet. You want to be over 5 feet. You want to be over 7 feet. Whatever it was. One more time. Visualize. Take your index finger and point all the way around your back. Okay, fantastic. All right. So open your eyes, everybody. Now I'm going to take each and every one of you. Raise your right hand. Point your finger and go as far around as you can this time. As far around as you can. Okay, fantastic. Who here got to go further this time? Show of hands. Pretty much 90% of the room. Wow. What's your takeaway from that?
Visualize it, and it becomes your
Visualize
reality.
what?
And it becomes your reality.
Visualize it becomes your reality. Fantastic. Did you change anything? What did you change?
I try to do what I saw in my head.
You changed your belief. By visualizing, you saw what you could do, who you could become. And through that visualization process, you achieved more. We did that in what, 30 seconds, 45 seconds? Powerful, yes or yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, Mr. Barber, did you go further this time? Yes, he did. He's standing beside the wall. I saw him doing this. That's why I asked him. All right, fantastic. So have a seat. What you said was your belief shifted around what you could do. I had you visualize doing more, being more, stretching further around your back that time. And 90% of you did it. I heard you go, wow. So can you imagine if you bring that mindset to your calls, to creating your business, to generating business, to making phone calls in the morning? What would that do for your belief system? What would that do for you?
That would
Reinforce a positive belief system? Yeah, absolutely. So physiology, focus, language, and questions. Too many of us have negative questions. Who wants to share a negative question we have around the belief and around real estate? Chris, get it.
a negative question.
Yeah, that maybe you're asking yourself on
I
a
have
regular basis.
a comment I have. It's always, I don't know enough. I don't know enough. Then I got,
Don't know enough. Who else feels that they don't know enough? Show of hands. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. So in I don't know enough, what do you think the question is underneath that for you?
The question?
Yeah. What could the question be that's underneath that for you?
How can I better prepare myself?
Okay. There's a question that's getting you to the point of I don't know enough.
What if I can't?
What if I can't?
Oh, there you go.
What if I can't? All right. Empowering question or disempowering question? It's a disempowering question. So now you've put into your 3 pillars of success a disempowering question goes, what if I can't do this? What if they hang up on me? I don't want to make the call. This is too tough. I'm going to go and work at Starbucks because that's much easier. I'm going to serve my coffees. Make sense? Are you with me? The disempowering question now causes your 3 pillars to crumble. And it ends up, I don't want to make a phone call. And here's the thing, people. On the other end of the line, there's people whose lives are depending upon you reaching out to them to shift what it is they need. I have a bit of a sad story of a friend of mine in Ireland, from Ireland. We played football together. He worked at Goldman Sachs. He's worth probably 50 million. His insurance man reached out to me yesterday to find him an attorney for Ireland because he has Alzheimer's. And he doesn't remember what he said 25 minutes ago. And it's so sad because this was a vibrant man. And now he's 58 years old. He would give up his 50 million to have another 30 years. I invite all of you to really look at what your questions are. Because you might be the person that person on the other end of the line is waiting for. Because you know what you're doing, because you're professional, because you care, because you're the person who's there for them and knows what's at stake for them. We make assumptions based on whom? Ourselves. To be depressed, to feel down in the dumps, who's your focus on?
Yourself.
It's yourself. I invite all of you. One of the great things about Keller Williams is it's about contribution. One of the reasons I'm here with Andrew and his connection and John and Ramona is because they care. They showed me that they care. I invite all of you to adopt I care. I care for other people. What's at stake for the person on the other end of the line could be their life. It's that important. Who did I speak with this morning? Oh, an agent from Boca. She reached out to me. We did door knocking, she and I. And one of the people we door knocked on, she said, please come back to me in about 3 months. My husband is terminally ill. So Erin made phone calls this morning, and guess what somebody told her on the phone? Their wife is terminally ill. So you do not know what's at stake for these people. They need your help. When they're in a place like that, an emotional breakdown, and life happens, they need support, they need confidence, they need caring, and they need you. They need you to be certain. They want your certainty, they want your belief in yourself, and they want you not thinking about you because you're too afraid to make the call. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to invite all of you to stand up. That is 12:07. I've gone over 7 minutes, which I know from my C's and S's. I'm like, oh, this is killing me. Okay. They're watching the time. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to invite you to think about what you are grateful for right now. Think about who in your life you're grateful for. Is it this thing called life? Is it this gift called life that has you grateful? Because the odds of you being who you are and being alive in the body that you're in right now in this part of the world is 1 in 4 trillion. What are you grateful for? What could you be grateful for? Could it be the breath in your lungs? Could it be the health in your body? Could it be the spouse? Could it be the life partner you're living with? Could it be your dog? Could it be your cat? Could it be the fact that you're standing here right now overlooking West Palm Beach and this beautiful view of the Atlantic Ocean? What could you be grateful for in this moment as you breathe that into your body? Could it be your daughters? Could it be your sons? And how grateful will they be when you go to them and you say, I gave it my all, I gave it my best, I gave it my guts. I was proud of me today. I was so proud of who I was today and the lives that I changed and the lives that I impacted. I'm proud of you, my family. I'm proud of everybody in my life. And I'm grateful to be here. I invite you to open your eyes, take a breath, and if you want to share one thing, please share one thing, and then we'll let you get lunch. Who has to share? Chris,
I'll just say I'm grateful for the place that I'm in right now in my life because I didn't always make the best decisions, like from 18 on up to like 24, and I'm just blessed to be here and be with a company that pours so much into you that you can use outside of just real estate, you know, and just life, you know, and just growing and becoming a better person, a more confident person, just more productive person. So I'm just thankful for just being here and be able to soak all this in. Appreciate it.
Wow, appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, one more share? Or not?
I'm grateful for Keller Williams.
Isabel.
I'm grateful for Keller Williams because of Keller Williams, I have the skills, the knowledge, the attitude, and the capability of finding the right person to help impact them.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Good stuff. I bless each and every one of you. I invite each and every one of you today to be a 10 out of 10, to be your best, to give your best, because you don't know who's on the other end of the line and what's at stake for them. Okay, cool. Have a great day. I'll be in my office lead generating after 1 o'clock, so don't come near me.
I have a raffle. So we're going to pick, and I'm grateful for Nicole being here with us and helping us out learning and getting Keller Eyes. So she is going to pick today. It is for $20 off your June billing.
Yay!
We like it.